Hey there, guys. This is John here once again on the Matt and John Make It a Podcast channel. Just going to be reacting to the Pittsburgh Steelers winning the winning the AFC North with their victory over the Indianapolis Colts. We also saw the Cleveland Browns dropped a game against the New York Jets. So now, as the playoff scenarios are concerned, we are currently locked in at the 2 seed at 12-3. And this is this is before with the Buffalo Bills have yet to play who they're um with with like their game tonight. So currently we are at the 2 seed. And for Cleveland, if they do not win against the Pittsburgh Steelers next week, then they will be not in in the postseason. So, but but now onto the actual game at hand. Yeah, this was a roller coaster to put it kindly. Not going to lie. I thought that this was going to be a complete and utter blowout. Just a very not good game. Pretty much a similar story from the past few weeks with this team on the offensive side of the ball. Ben just he wasn't sharp. Offensive line was horrible. Again, running game was completely non-existent. And play calling on top of that. Now, in the second half, clearly there was a much better play on the offensive side of the ball there, and I'm glad that that we got this win. But um, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I am still extremely concerned about this team. Hell, I'm happy we are AFC North champions, but man, there are still a ton of issues with this team. Offensive line the absolute the absolute number one thing right now. And even to with our wide receivers right now, just too much inconsistent play. Whether it has been Chase or DJ or Juju or Ebron, it's just we just cannot seem to put together a full 60 minutes every single game without without dropping a few key passes there, or just not being on the same page with with Ben. It's just like if they really want to make a good run in the postseason, they're going to need to clean this up. It's it has to get better. And on the offensive line, they need to be a more physical team. This team needs to find some form of a running game, or it's going to be extremely hard to close out these games. On their final possession there, like that's a like that is where you need to be able to run the ball and eat up as much clock as possible. But no, we run a freaking rollout on the right there, and and it nearly cost us the game because on top of that, DJ he was tackled out of bounds, so the clock didn't even keep on rolling there. So fortunately, it didn't come back to and hurt us because our defense in the second half pretty much just shut down the Indianapolis Colts. And Philip Rivers just played an absolute horrible game in the second half. I think yeah, he turned it over. He turned it over once. And he also fumbled as well. And like Mike Hilton, by the way, had a tremendous game here. Pull up the stats here. Mike Hilton had like 4 tackles. He had a fumble recovery. Just a and TJ Watt, even though he only had 3 tackles, but he did have he had two sacks here, according to ESPN. Yeah, just that our defense bend, did not but they did not break there. And especially on like third down, is where Indianapolis just really had a really hard time. Um, and I feel like that was probably one of the things of the second half that just turned everything around there. Trying to find some more team stats here, but okay, yeah, here we go. On third down, yeah, 5 of like 13, and I'm pretty sure that they only converted 1 or 2 of those, maybe 3 at tops in the second half. So they really did have a hard time there, and really, um, we probably dropped a good 2 or 3 picks on top of that. So that could have been a lot worse for like Rivers right now. But yeah, just an excellent per performance in, in the second half to come back from 21-7 down. And like what the difference was with this offense is we were finally completing passes down the freaking field like that. Like because now it opens things up short to where teams are not just keen on you throwing everything 10 yards and freaking in. Hell, they were even completing some goddamn screen passes, and they were being successful. It just opens up everything else, and that's what they need to keep on doing. They need to get guys such as Chase, as Chase Moore involved. Juju, he needs to get more down the field targets. Like we just, if we want to be realistically in the hunt in the postseason, we need to be able to push the ball down the freaking field. And more importantly, we need to score touchdowns in the red zone. Like just especially on short yardage, that needs to be better because we are one of the worst teams when it comes to that. But with that being said, a great win, battle through a lot of adversity, but I'm happy. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye.